Hi, my name is David. I'm a freelancer doing software development. We'll talk about the 7th truth about working from home. So number 1, working from home is still work. Some people might think working from home means you can do whatever in your home, which is not 100% true because you're still making a promise to your client. So even if you're working from home, you still need to fulfill the promise that you have promised before. So working from home doesn't mean you can just goof off all day and then expect that work can be done magically. And second truth is there will be more communication necessary because working from home means that the rest of the team or the rest of the company, they don't exactly know what you're up to. So you need to communicate with them, and if you come across a problem, you need to address that early. Most people will expect you to be available during the day whenever they're working, so it can be a challenge if you work with a team that's in a different time zone. This is one of the things that you might encounter if you work with an international team. So the third truth is that being comfortable can be a double-edged sword. You might have seen a lot of cartoons that draw working from home, that you work in home in your pajamas. Sometimes that's true because you want to work in a comfortable situation. Usually people associate their home with comfortable, but sometimes if you're too comfortable, then you start to forget that this is work, that you still need to put in the time and an effort. Sometimes you can get sidetracked. One thing I found is helpful is that even if you work from home, you want to switch into something that is more work-friendly, maybe a shirt or put on a jean. There's a psychology study that indicates that if you put on formal clothes, it would influence your perception of yourself, which help you gain more focus. Okay, the fourth truth is that there will be distraction from yourself. The 3 greatest enemy of working from home is the bed, the fridge, and then the television. And I think nowadays it's even with your smartphone too. So those things are always there to create a constant distraction if you work from home. So to deal with that, you want to set a time block. For example, if you know that tomorrow you're going to be working from home, for me it's easier to think about morning and afternoon. If you work in the morning, then put away your phone, hide it in your drawer, and work in a place where you cannot see the television. And usually it's better to work in the morning because you just woke up and you have more energy to work. And if you have to work in the afternoon, just make sure that you eat breakfast and exercise in the morning, then so you have enough energy to carry you through the afternoon. And same goes with your phone and the other distractions. You want to it's best just to hide your phone and not see it. If you cannot see your phone, you cannot be distracted from your phone. So the 5th truth is that you will have more time. And this is definitely my favorite part of working from home, is because you don't have to commute. Commute for most people usually takes about 30 minutes or more, which means that it's even more beneficial for the company to let their worker work from home because they work their full shift. They don't have any excuses, you know, their motorcycle broke down on the road, or they have to leave early to the doctor appointment or something. Working from home definitely saves time, both from the worker perspective and also the company's perspective. So what do you do with the extra time you have working from home is it's very important that you decide, or those time is going to be wasted. So for me, it's important for me to exercise, so I set aside a time. I know I'm going to exercise today. Whatever hobby you have or whatever things that you're interested in, you can finally go pursue it. If you want to draw painting or read a book, all the time you can benefit from working from home. So the 6th truth is that there will be less distraction from other people. Because if you work from home, you're usually working in isolation. Even though it's lonely sometimes, but you can focus on deep work. And usually if you work in an office environment, there are other things, and people want to ask you questions, or maybe there's a birthday party or people, they just want to do some random things in the office, and sometimes it's hard to say no when you're in that environment. So when you're working from home, you are only focusing on producing the result. So working from home is great for when you want to focus very intensely on something and produce a result. So the seventh truth is that your friend or your family might not know what you do, and that's just a fact. If they never work from home before, they just think you play video games and do nothing at home, and you have to live with that. At the end of the day, they're not the person who's gonna pay you for the job you do. So just focus on the people who you're trying to serve and the people who you're trying to produce results for. But times are changing. People need to work from home more and more because of the technology, and you also save the commute, and less commute means less pollution. So that's a win-win for everyone. So that's the 7 truths about working from home. This is from my personal experience, and I know there are other people who do different kinds of occupation working from home. And for me, right now, I don't even do 100% of working from home. I do 3 days a week. I go into the client's office to work with them because I find that face-to-face communication cannot be replaced with a FaceTime. It's something. It's just easier when you are in front of the person, you're talking to them. I feel like both persons are more empathetic about their situation. When you're behind the keyboard or behind your phone just texting, you might think they're a robot, they don't have emotions, but people just misunderstand your text, and they might just get angry for some reason. And so sometimes if you have a need to explain something or teach something, I find that it's best just to go to them, if possible, face to face, and then talk to them and figure out solutions. And so working in the office is best for collaborating and brainstorming. But when you already know what you want to do and you just want to focus on one task, then if you work from home, that's the best. So thank you for watching this video. If you find this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed, please consider subscribe. Thank you, and see you next time.